Oh my gosh, I'm excited to have you guys on. This is actually like my first potato podcast. Like I did,
First legit renamed
yeah.
potato podcast.
I did do
Oh
one with
man.
Jen that I never posted because I was like, oh, this is not coming out properly. When we talked about the casting of Frank Stone, and I had a different it was just horrible. But yeah, no, now I got my set. Now I got my little.
Oh,
You guys can't see, but there's a little potato podcast thing, and then above Joe's head is is you, and also Jen's up there. Here, let me share my screen real quick so you guys can actually see what the thing looks like.
Yeah.
Hold on. Turn on
I
camera.
did. Well, I did see it in the works.
You did, but you know what?
Yeah.
Now it's even better. Look at.
Now it's even better.
Look, you guys are on stools.
Whoa!
Look at you guys.
Ooh.
And then Jen.
I'm bouncing.
Joe,
Oh
please.
shit! I hit the PC.
Joe's up there. Jen's over there. Look at you guys as potatoes.
Okay. I like
Those are my past potato podcast guests.
Yeah.
When it was taco talk time for most of them.
Oh man.
Look at that.
Good times.
Good times.
Good
Good
times.
times.
Good times.
Love it.
You guys, thanks guys for being on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Of course.
All right, we won't take up too much time. We're just gonna chat a little bit about wrestling. So I decided to do it this way because I used to watch wrestling during the Attitude Era. I was heavy into it. I loved it so much, and then I just kind of stopped. At one point, honestly, I was smoking the weeds, guys. Just started doing other things with life. I was like, there's other things out there besides wrestling? It's being bad.
A whole new world.
Exactly. Jen is a newer wrestling watcher. Joseph has been watching wrestling this whole time. He's just been going and going and going and going.
I've started watching wrestling in 1996. I watched my first Attitude Era show. Good times. I think the first show I watched was the iconic show I watched was when Stone Cold brought in the beer truck and sprayed the entire ring with the McMahons inside it, and then I was just hooked. Like such an iconic moment in wrestling. And then when Kurt Angle started getting into business, Kurt Angle did like a similar thing in the early 2000s with a milk truck. I'm like, yeah, this is good content. But yeah, I got into wrestling because of Kurt Angle, because Kurt Angle competed in the Olympics in '96 with a broken freaking neck.
Crazy.
And then I started really watching wrestling between 97 98 with my father. But when Kurt Angle got into WWE in '99, that was when this is. And I watched pretty much the entirety of the Ruthless Aggression Era and the Attitude Era. So I've been watching it for a long time.
A long time.
Long
time.
Coming
up, 24 years I've been watching wrestling.
Joe, you actually answered my first question. I was going to ask when you started watching and how you started watching. But you're ahead of the game. It's like you know my fucking mind, Joe. It's like we hang out a lot or something.
Yeah, right.
Jen, what about you? And then I'll answer. When did you kind of start watching wrestling, and what kind of got you into it?
I started watching at the very beginning of 2023, so just over 2 years now. And what got me into it, my husband went back and visited some of his family, and he used to be really into wrestling when he was a kid, and he watched it with his dad and stuff. And his family had on the Undertaker's documentary. I can't remember what it's called, like The Last Ride or something.
The Last Ride documentary, you're right.
Yeah, they had that on up there, but then they turned it off, and he didn't get to finish it. So when he got home, he asked me if he could watch it, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. I was painting my nails or something. I was like, yeah, but I don't care. I'm not going to pay attention to it. And I started to pay attention to it. And I was like, wait a minute, this is actually kind of cool. And then we started watching wrestling. I don't remember the first match I saw. I remember the first Wrestlemania. And that was the one where Edge and Demon Finn had the Hell in a Cell.
Great match.
Yeah. So that was the beginning of that. Been watching ever since.
I started watching because my cousin Tommy used to watch it, and then he had like the little action figures with the actual like ring. And so for me, since I was like a girl, I was like, yeah, dolls, hell yeah, like dolls that fight. And then he was like, these are like real wrestlers. And then I started watching wrestling. And then I remember one time he tried to do a move on me, and like my neck cracked hell, and I started crying. I was like, you broke my neck.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. Who are your guys' current favorite wrestlers right now that are currently wrestling, whether it's in WWE or not? And like male or female. Actually, yeah, who's your favorite male wrestler and your favorite female wrestler? We'll start with Joseph.
Like currently right now?
Currently right now
is AJ Styles. I've always been a big fan of AJ Styles since early TNA. I've been watching AJ's work since 2002 when TNA first aired. So I've been a huge fan of AJ Styles for a very long time. As for the women's roster right now, currently right now, I am honestly getting really intrigued with how Tiffany Stratton has been controlling herself as a character, and with her being a champion. I mean, I already know who Jen's gonna pick, so I might as well pick somebody different, right? But Tiffany Stratton has been honestly impressing me. But NXT easily like top. Stephanie Vakir is definitely my number one right now. Love Stephanie Vakir. I'm so happy she's in WWE, and yeah, she's gonna do great. She's gonna do great things, right? She's gonna do great things. So Stephanie Vakir and AJ Styles currently right now for me.
Rajan, who do you pick?
My favorite male wrestler is Jay Uso, and my favorite.
What?
I bet you didn't know that.
Yeet!
Yeet.
And my favorite women's wrestler is, I don't know if you guys know her. I'm sorry?
Please do.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Charlotte Flair.
Please tell us who your favorite is. I'm out of here.
It's this little wrestler called Rhea Ripley. I don't know if you know her.
I've never heard of her.
Little wrestler?
I've never heard of her in my entire life.
Has she
ever won anything?
She breathes heavily into the mic, playing with her hair.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Rhea Ripley. Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie, I love Rhea Ripley too.
She's amazing.
She's great.
Rhea. The transformation she's had since her early days, specifically when she first made her debut in the Mae Young Classic, night and day. Like, she has made probably the biggest transformation of any women's superstar currently right now, outside of Chelsea Green.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yeah. Yada is typing in my actual chat. It's so funny.
Oh, Yada.
I do love Rhea as well. I feel like the men, I don't know a lot of who they are at the moment, because a lot of like what I watch is through like TikTok. I'll be like, oh yeah, this match, and then I do have Netflix, but I don't usually watch. I listen because I'll watch Jen while she's doing her streams on Twitch. So I'll hear what's going on, but I don't actually watch. But I do like Roman Reigns. I just love, he's so fucking big.
Yeah. He just has all the aura.
Acknowledge my tribal chief.
Yeah, I have to acknowledge him.
Oh,
well, acknowledge him.
God, listen, he looks like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's the Jason Momoa of wrestling.
Nah, like through the 5-6 years that he's been around, like 2014 was like the roughest time of his life, and then coming back from battling leukemia, and then trying to find his path in WWE is extraordinary. And with him being with Paul Heyman has really changed his life around when it came to his personality, his promo work, his wrestling work, his speaking work. incredible where he's at right now, and I will always respect Roman for where he's at right now.
Yeah, some people are not good on the mics. Like they're
takes a
so
lot.
good
It's
to
not
watch
easy.
wrestling, but on the mic, no. You know who had it made? Kane when he came in. He didn't say shit, but he was a good wrestler. He just stared, and you're just like,
Kane
yeah.
Kane didn't need to say anything. Yeah,
For the
because
longest
he had
time.
Paul Bear. Yeah, he had Paul Bear when he was still alive. Paul Bear was like the talker for Kane, because Kane was like this gigantic monster who is like prime of his, like, oh my god, 90s Kane. It was incredible to watch.
I remember.
Loved prime Kane, especially with the mask and everything. And then when he took the mask off, I'm like, oh no, but he still did good. But yeah, he's always gonna be a big favorite of mine.
I remember thinking wrestling was so real, and I could have swore that under that mask he looked like Freddy Krueger. I was like, when it came off, I was like, oh,
It's gonna be bad.
I thought he was gonna be like burnt up, and I thought him and Undertaker were like real brothers. Like I was sold as like a kid, which I feel like that's what it's about. Is like when you're like a kid and like you get really sold on it. Versus, like, I hate when people are like tell their kids like it's not real. I'm like, bitch, neither is Santa, but you believe in him. Like you still get presents. Like leave us alone.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I remember watching that show. I remember watching that Monday Night Raw where Kane revealed his face. It was with Rob Van Dam as well. That was a crazy moment because people was not expecting it. That was a crazy moment, and even Rob Van Dam was like, "What?"
Do you wish he didn't like reveal himself? Because like,
yes, I really wish he didn't.
My husband was really disappointed. He doesn't think that he ever should have been revealed. I wasn't watching back then, obviously, but
yeah, he should never been revealed. Yeah.
He's a mayor now, isn't he? Like or something.
Not mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee.
That guy. What a guy! That guy.
Yeah, he's already going for his third. He's already going before. I think he's already running for his third term. Like this is his second term right now, and then he's trying. And then people love him so much, he's already going to go for a third. Or he may get voted into Congress, which is a big thing for him to do. But that's politics. I'm not all about that.
crazy.
Jen, you said you watched like the end of the Undertaker's like documentary. Are there any like have you gone back and watched older wrestling things and like different eras, and like what have you watched and been like, oh, I wish I watched that when it was going on, like versus just seeing like clips?
I wish I could have watched the Undertaker versus Mankind Hell in a Cell for the for the first time live. That would have
Survivor Series 1999. Oh man, so good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that match was as real as it got.
They left it all. They left it all in there.
It left it all in there. Because like,
so I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah, like even Undertaker said in his Dead Man podcast. Yeah, I mean, have you watched his? Have you listened to his podcast 6 Feet Under?
No.
He actually had Mick Foley on the show, and Mick Foley and like even was like they were both talking about it. Like Mick Foley's like having these like Mick Foley's idea to Undertaker was, you got to throw me off the cage. Like that was Foley's idea.
He's so wild.
That moment, that was totally Foley's idea when he got thrown off the cage. He's like, do it, man, do it. And then Taker's like, okay, here we go. So when they went back up to the cage after that fall, the moment where the cage broke from the top, that was unplanned.
Yeah.
That was not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So, and that was when Mick Foley, really messed himself up, and he, his tooth came off and went through his freaking nose.
Oh
like,
my God.
It was gruesome. People thought for the longest time it was just a little booger. Nope, that's his tooth.
I thought it was two, and then I was told it was a tooth. Oh my God.
So when he fell, when Foley fell, the chair was literally like smack dab in his face. Smacked him in the face. It was crazy. Yeah. Crazy moment.
Wild match.
Man, that was intense. It was intense.
Yeah.
I was only 9 years old when I saw that match. I was like, what the fuck?
What is this?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I do feel
that moment in time, I was like, oh man, this shit's real. But then, further down you realize it's just like
not.
The hazards are real, but the storytelling is like it's all scripted.
Right. Right. I do feel like back in the, I don't want to say the olden days, that's weird, but like back in the earlier years, it was more like gimmicky, like what you were saying earlier, Joe, with like the beer truck and the milk truck, like things like that. We don't really see that very much anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. Because like, there's a lot more.
Can you hear Khaleesi?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
though.
we can hear
You're gonna hear my dog at some point.
Okay.
See?
Sorry.
Told you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard that just now. She was like, "Arr!"
I heard like jingling.
Oh, Khaleesi. Yeah, because like you brought good point. So like the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era was very like a gimmicky era. You had like Kane, you had Kane, you had Undertaker, you had Goldust, very gimmicky character that Dustin Rhodes never wanted to do, but he did it. You had Kurt Angle, he had that the funny guy type of deal, the funny heel type of deal. Like I will never forget where he dressed up as Shawn Michaels and did the rendition of the Sexy Boy, the Sexy Kurt song. Amazing time. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what the Attitude Era and the D-Generation X, very gimmicky faction, but one of the best factions of all time. That's what the Attitude Era and the Ruthless pretty much gave us. They gave us a lot of storytelling with a lot of different gimmicks. And Undertaker was like the top of the list because like he did not break kayfabe through his entirety of his career.
No.
So
he really did not. People would try.
Yeah, until he retired. That the only time he broke the one time he broke. Well, no. I take that back. He came back as the American Badass before he had his retirement match with AJ Styles. So that was more so him and not being the Dead Man. So pretty much he was out of character when he did that last match with AJ Styles. But as soon as it was time, he just completely just went his own path, and now he's just now Mark Calloway. Good for him.
What a guy, that guy. What
a guy.
What if you think
What
if I
a
asked him to
guy.
come on here, he would?
No.
Damn it!
No.
You know what?
I
I'm
don't think so.
gonna post this and ask everyone to make it viral. Maybe they'll be like, you know what? I'll talk to the little potato for like 20 minutes.
I'll talk to that little potato.
The little potato. Oh my gosh! I'd be like, I got plucked all the way from Idaho. You see this? You see these? I've been through battle.
I've been through battle. I even got a crown to prove it.
Oh my gosh! I actually
that
really
Battle Royale.
loved his character, but you know who I really loved growing up? I really loved DX. I remember when it was just Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and China. I loved it. As you both know, because I talk about it often. I loved China so much. I was very upset with like how things happen in real life and that it affected, the ring life. And I just feel like that was definitely a big part of her like downward spiral. I was like very upset like when she passed away. I was like, fuck.
It was rough. I mean, I will always forget the times where like the Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWE and her involvement with that. Oh man, because I watched WCW before I watched WWE, and Bill Goldberg and Sting were my two guys in WCW. But that moment in time where WCW was having that war with Monday Night Raw, like that whole stench between the New World Order and D-Generation X will go down in history as one of the greatest. And her involvement with D-Generation X for years, even with Eddie Guerrero, amazing. Like she had some amazing moments with both D-Generation X and Eddie. I've heard. Some of my favorite moments in time is definitely with her and Eddie. Like hilarious times.
So good.
And then
I feel
before she go ahead, Jen. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say I feel like I wish I would have saw Eddie as well because I feel like I would have really liked Eddie.
I loved him as Latino Heat.
Eddie's in my top 5.
Let me ask you a question, Joe, because I feel like you saw like Eddie fight and China fight. I know that Dom is not with Rhea anymore, but like let's say like it was him and Mommy still. Who do you think would win in their primes? Well, Rhea and Dom are in their prime right now, but like prime China and prime Eddie going in a match against them, like a tag team match. Who do you think would win?
Eddie and China.
They would beat their asses.
Eddie and China, no question. Because even Rhea, openly admitted that, she reflects her career off what China's done. So pretty much that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, before the whole departed,
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley and Rhea and Dominic were pretty much that. I mean, they're pretty much were the modern day Eddie and Chyna. I mean, it's scary enough that Dominic looks exactly like Eddie, which is crazy to say. Like, this guy has the stash, he has the long hair, he literally wears almost the same exact gear that Eddie wore. I'm like, are you sure he's Eddie? He's Ray's kid?
Can you imagine if, rest in peace, Eddie,
Like,
but if he didn't and he was still around, like, the good, like, just the energy that would go on around that, I feel it would be, like, the best. Like, the storyline they could pull from it would be amazing.
Like, I even watched that custody match that him and Ray had, that Eddie and Ray had for Dominic fucking years ago. Oh my God, when Dominic was only 8 years old. Like, God, man, like, it's like throwback.
Gosh, I just, oh God, I used to love wrestling. I feel like you and Jen have both got me back into wrestling. And that's why I wanted to have you guys on here. Because I was like, no, I don't really care about wrestling. Like, I have people around me who'd watch it. And then when you do your shows on Fridays, I was like, oh, yeah. Like, I should watch it again. And then when Jen started doing it, I was like, oh, I should really just start watching. They started paying, like, more attention. Especially, like, when I saw
when Jen announced this, when Jen announced that she was going to do wrestling content, I was super freaking excited. I'm like, oh shit, Jen's going to be doing some reactive streams to Raw and SmackDown, and like now she's going to do NXT. Like,
oh boy,
yeah.
Boy. I was like, oh yeah, it's getting spicy now. Now, I mean, now you got yourself involved with like all these other amazing reacting streamers like Wheezy Blonde and Mimi Portable. Like, you got yourself interacting with them as well on the Twitters and Instagrams. Two of my favorites, by the way, when it comes to reactions. Highly recommend checking the ladies out for wrestling stuff if you guys want to, see things on a different light.
And they're probably much more knowledgeable than me because I'm like a just a
funny
fan.
Enough, it's funny you say that. Wheezy, she's only been reacting to wrestling for 3 years. So
oh wow,
she's only a year over, and Mimi, she's been only reacting to wrestling, I believe, the same amount of time you have been. So 2022, 2023 is when they started getting into it, because I looked them up a little bit after they freaking rated me the one night. I'm like, hello. Because I knew Wheezy, because I followed her on Instagram before I even knew her on Twitch. So once I started, checking them out, I'm like, oh my God. So like, they're just really starting this. And when you started getting involved, I'm like, oh yeah. I got three of my favorite reactive streamers now, like, to like really check up on when it comes to content for different things. And I love seeing your reactions to things, because like, you're like,
yeah, it's good.
When Gunther got slapped in the face by Jim, that was you're like,
the slap was crazy.
It was like, it's so disrespectful, man. I'm like, damn. And like, just seeing the reactions and all that, like, I love seeing reaction streams. Like, I love seeing reactions to wrestling, because like, especially with like newer people getting into wrestling, it's just like it's like you're getting into wrestling, and that's what I love to see.
Yeah.
It's fun seeing people's like excitement. It's like when you've already like played a game and you know something's gonna happen, you're like you get like, oh, what are they gonna do? Like,
Yeah. Because I did my first live reaction stream to the Royal Rumble with a buddy of mine.
that
Sonic.
was fun. Yeah.
That was like seeing just for the chance to have people see our initial reactions of us not knowing anything about the show at all, because it's easy to spoil and leak things on the internet, especially like Twitter or Instagram. So we both avoided that like the plague, and luckily I was off that day, so I was able to like plan it. I was able to plan it ahead and not see the internet at all. But like moments like that, it's just like, it's super genuine just to see people you would not expect to come back. Like Alexa Bliss didn't even know she was going to come back, because she posted something on Instagram of her watching a TV with her kid, and then all of a sudden she's in the Rumble. Like, that right there is like, when you expect the unexpected, that's what I love the most. And that's what I hate about modern day wrestling, is that it's so easily leaked.
Yeah.
It really
Because
is.
when Penta got signed, I'm like, oh great, well, Penta's here.
Yep.
Oh my god. Who are you guys excited that popped out during the Royal Rumble?
Alexa Bliss for me, easily.
What about Min?
Joe Hendry.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yep.
I don't believe. Oh god. What about you, Jen? Who were like some people that you're just like, oh, like even if they're like still like, just like you were excited to see that they made the Rumble?
I probably have to agree with those two because I wasn't expecting Alexa Bliss back either. Because I think also during that there was like rumors that her contract signing, they couldn't agree, like come to an agreement on it or something.
And
So
that's where she got us.
yeah. So I wasn't expecting her to be there, and then obviously Joe Hendry. Like I'm just happy
Yeah.
he got there.
That's
He's so
a
fun.
huge deal, man. Especially for somebody with the TNA World Championship, first time ever. The TNA World Championship has been cross-branded because the first person to do that was Nikki James with the Knockouts Championship. But with somebody like Joe Hendry with so much buzz like he has right now, because he's seriously the hottest superstar right now in wrestling.
Mhm.
For him to do that with the TNA World Championship, that was huge. Like that was big. So it was cool to see that.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did get excited to see Joe come out because when I saw it, I was more excited to see Joe, like Rocker Joe's reaction, because I was like, and so, because Joe is like streaming it for us in Discord, so I immediately like looked over because everything's in delay
Mhm.
on Twitch, so we're watching it like at the same time, like we couldn't hear anything on Joe's part.
Yeah.
And so we were watching, he like had streamed it for a few of us were watching it in his Discord. And so then when it like happened, I immediately like, two monitors. So I look over like at Joe's like screen and just like his reaction. I was like, that was good. That was a good moment. Like that was fun. Well, WrestleMania 2 days. That's crazy. Is this the first time it's been 2 days, or is it always 2 days? That shows you I haven't watched it in forever.
So WrestleMania started doing the two-parter, the 2-day because of COVID. So it started in 2020. So they've been doing the night one, night two, the part two shebang for 5 years now. I mean, do I miss the 1-day thing? Yes. Do I think the 2-day part? Do I think the two-parter works now in modern wrestling? Absolutely, because there's more opportunities for them to book more matches. Specifically for this WrestleMania, specifically WrestleMania 41, this upcoming WrestleMania. This is the biggest WrestleMania card-wise in modern wrestling. It's 14 matches total. 17 matches on night one, 17 matches on night two. And it's 9 hours long, specifically because they're also adding the pre-show, which starts at 4 p.m. And that goes for 3 hours, and then the actual show starts at 7 p.m. EST, which is like, it's huge. 9 hours across the entire weekend.
Is the card like released? Does everyone know like who's fighting who?
There has been card leaks on Twitter, but yes, there is already confirmed matches. Yes.
Okay,
The only person
let's
that
not talk about the leaks. What about like the confirmed ones? Like,
there
what's
are the leak matches are confirmed now because they've
Because
been
they've
doing it.
confirmed them like on the shows.
Yeah. They'll confirm
leading
on
up to
shows.
it. Yeah.
Mhm. The only person that doesn't have a match currently right now is Randy Orton, but we won't know about that until Friday.
He has a
'Cause
match, we just don't know with who.
Exactly.
So
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Do you
We won't know
think
until Friday.
he'll win no matter who he goes against?
Yes.
you think so?
Well, it depends on who he goes. It honestly depends who he's going after. I would love to see him against Rey. I would love to see him against Rey Fenix. That's just me.
I still don't know if the KO thing's real.
I don't think it is
His
either.
neck. Because if it's not, then it's KO.
It's definitely probably gonna be Kevin if it's
But
not real.
I can't decide if it's real or not. And yeah, it sounds real, but I never
It does
know.
sound real. I mean, there's been a lot of different outlets. Specific. I mean, Kevin Owens even went out and said legit, that it happened. And he
Mhm.
also had an interview. I'm pretty sure you know about this guy, Chris Von Fleet on YouTube. CVV. He had an interview. This was pre-injury. Like this was before, the injury was even confirmed. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to really put into play if it's actually gonna be real or not. I mean, again, we'll have to see Friday because Friday's the last show before WrestleMania, so we'll see.
Yeah. Yep. And then I thought it would be Nick Aldis, since he gave him that RKO.
I would love to see Nick back in the ring, man. He's hinting for it. Like Randy's like really pushing for him to come back in the ring. I would love to see it. I love to see it.
Yep.
He still got it. He can still sell an RKO.
Yeah.
What's one match you are excited to watch that you guys are for sure like, oh, I know this match is happening?
I'll let Jen answer this first.
Yeah, Jen, go first.
Well, besides like the main events matches, I'm excited for Naomi and Jade. I think that's going to be a really good match.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that whole entire build up with the story, because that was months, and that was like months. Like Jade has not been on TV in months since that accident, and that whole shebang that happened at the Elimination Chamber was just like, oh my god, probably one of the best moments ever. Outside of the John Cena heel turn, that was probably one of the best moments in Elimination Chamber history. Was when Jade came in, absolutely destroyed Naomi, and then a week after, Naomi went full blown heel turn. And then, that match is going to be pretty good. I hope it's great.
Who do you think is going to win?
That's a good one. Jade, easily.
Yeah,
I think Jade's going to win. Jade's going to win. She's going to get a WrestleMania moment. She hasn't won a WrestleMania yet. This is her first WrestleMania match in singles. First singles match in WrestleMania. So I think she's going to win.
You hear my dogs?
Yeah, we hear them.
A little bit, yeah.
We hear the doggos.
She said she agrees. She said Jade's gonna win.
Little Penny.
Little Pan.
Little Pan.
You guys know the matches more than me. Let's one of you guys want to name off Joe, you want to name off another match that's happening, and then we can discuss who we think is gonna win?
Oh yeah, it's Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair. I'm
Io to win.
I think Io's gonna win too.
I can see her retaining.
Yeah, because it would be unfair to her for her to only hold the belt for not even a month and then lose it to either Jade or to lose it either Bianca or Rhea. Io deserves her flowers. She's one of the greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time. And the fact that, I do love what they're doing right now. Like, they're shoving her off, thinking she's like, oh, she's nothing, whatever, because she's such a smaller competitor. But hey, she's had more matches than both of them combined. So Io's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, I love Rhea Ripley, but I really want Io to win. I just there's something about her. I'm like, I hope she keeps it for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I love Rhea too. Of course, I'd love to see her with a belt, but I don't think she needs a belt. What Rhea needs is a good story, and she's just not getting a good story.
No, I feel like she just got thrown into this triple threat because there was nothing for her. It's like, we have to have her at WrestleMania. Let's throw her in this,
Right.
It's I don't know.
I think people were tired of her and the Liv Morgan thing, so like, we gotta stick her somewhere else.
We gotta stick her somewhere else, because they're still on the same brand.
Yeah, because I'm tired of Liv Morgan.
She's been doing so good though. She's been fun to watch.
I watched her in Dom on Hot Ones.
I didn't
watch that.
It was good. I won't say any spoilers but I had a good time watching them. I was cracking up.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it after this.
It was good. I was like, oh, it's not even that long. I can watch it. I was listening to it at work. I was like listening at work. Penny. She also enjoyed.
Stop!
That literally was me. I was like, shut up!
Shut up!
She's just barking for no reason. It's like she knows when I'm streaming. She's like, oh, now. Don't say shit all day. She don't say nothing. But the second I start streaming, she's always like, oh, I can feel
Now's the time.
Yeah, I can feel the waves of the stream happening. I gotta start barking. She always does it. You know who I never cared for? Who? John Cena. When he turned heel, I was like, he been a heel in my heart. It's fine.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't win. I don't care if
I
it's
think
his
so.
farewell tour. I hope he don't win.
He's not gonna win.
You don't think so?
He's not gonna win. He's still contracted until SummerSlam. So, and he's still contracted. I have a feeling there's something gonna happen in SummerSlam, but he's not gonna be done until December. Like, come on, he's gonna win a championship by then, but he ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna win at WrestleMania. I don't think he will. I'll be very shocked if he does.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a 50. There's like for me 75% chance he's not gonna win it. The last 35% is the last 30%. He's not gonna win.
25%, Joseph.
Or he is gonna win. So,
Joseph, it's 25%. You said 75%, so it's 25%.
You were close.
25%. 25% chance.
Jen, in your heart, he's winning though.
I could see him winning, but I don't know, because like it's also Cody Rhodes, like the face of the company, your biggest superstar. I don't know. He's gonna get a belt eventually. He's gonna get another title.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would shake things up a little bit if he won.
Yeah, it would.
We'd never see it coming.
Yeah, he'll pull an AJ Styles and walk out with the title and not come back.
Oh. Is he who else is fighting? Isn't Logan Paul fighting? That Logan Paul guy?
Logan Paul against AJ Styles. It's Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. AJ's gonna win.
I also think I don't think Logan Paul's gonna win.
And I think AJ's gonna be heel after WrestleMania too. Especially with everything going on with Karrion Kross. Yeah.
What do you guys think of Paul?
I would love to see, great wrestler, can't stand him.
Yeah, he's good in the ring.
I never liked that punk ass.
I've been watching Logan Paul. I've been watching Logan Paul since Vine. I used to watch like him and like this whole like little group on like Vine, and I was just like, damn, he really was like, I'm about to make hella money. So it was like really funny to me to see him like in like wrestling.
Yeah,
I was like, damn,
he worked his ass off.
He did. I was like, ooh, after that Japan like whole thing, I was like, ooh, I don't know if he's gonna come back from that. I don't know how his vlogs are gonna do. And then now, now he's wrestling. Now he's wrestling in WrestleMania. I don't think he's gonna win though. I don't think he's very into like doing like his vlogs again. That I think he just can't like constantly be doing wrestling. So I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think they'll give it to him.
And he doesn't go to like normal shows either. He goes to
PLEs.
So
he brings his like his low gang with him. So it's like that's more like views for like wrestling because they wanna watch him, which is a smart on like their play.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. What about Roman Reigns and CM Punk and
Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins?
Who do you think's gonna win, Joe?
The whole Paul Heyman love affair.
I know, right?
Seth Rollins is gonna win, and Seth Rollins is gonna turn heel.
I was about to say, what do you think if Seth won? But I feel like Seth has been turning heel. It's just like he's just still over with the crowd, and they're gonna cheer for him and sing his song no matter what. But I feel like he has been gradually turning heel for a while now.
I mean, after what happened this past Monday, I mean, with the chair shot in the back and how he looked at Paul Heyman, and just that whole demeanor there, he said what's best for business. I'm like, the last time he said that, he sided with the authority and became the architect. Are we going to see the architect in 2025? I don't know. I think we are. Or he's going to be a Paul Heyman guy. I would love to see that, honestly.
I was thinking that. I was like, watch like Paul be in CM Punk's corner, like Seth wins, and then he just looks at Paul and like he's like, "Come with me, big boy." And Paul's like,
I saw.
Yes, Daddy. Yeah. He like follows down the ring with him. They dip out.
New love affair. I saw on Twitter that Seth said the best for business or whatever, and I guess Cena said the same thing before he joined The Rock. So what if Seth goes with Cena and The Rock? So
that's crazy. Oh man, it's what is that, night two? Night 2, right? Yeah, Sunday. Yep.
The freaking Rock, man. That guy, he's been around forever. Remember when he was like, oh God, who was he? What was the group called? when he was with it was like a whole little group of them. And he wore like his like gold chains and his little silk shirts.
I know you're talking about.
It was before he was like big, like people didn't like him. It's before like, but it wasn't like cool to like hate The Rock. They were just like
something of domination.
Yeah, what is it?
Before my time. I got no idea.
Yes, it was before your time, and it was like, God, what was it called, Joe? Find it. I know you're looking.
I'm thinking. A Nation of Domination.
Yes.
Nation of Domination. It was with Farouk, Rod Simmons. Damn.
I didn't. Yeah, you know what? When The Rock became like, The Rock, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
I didn't think so either. That took me by surprise.
And now look at him making hella movies and back in the wrestlings. Freaking playing Maui.
Yeah.
Now.
Who else is fighting that you guys are excited to see? Is there anybody else, Jen, that you're like, ooh, this match, I can't wait to see it pop up?
I'm drawing a blank of who will be. I'm more excited for Jay and Gunther.
I wonder why. Oh, who do you think's gonna win?
Jay.
Jay, yeah.
You think so?
They're pushing Jay to win. Yeah, they're pushing Jay to win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Gunther just because you guys are saying Jay. Of course. And if I'm right, you both owe me 1 sub.
Okay.
And if you win, I'll give you both a sub.
Fair enough. All right, I'll take that deal.
Shake.
So you're looking forward to that match? You're looking forward to that match, Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Shut up.
To be like, eat.
Yeet.
For me, it's the first time ever in WrestleMania history. It's the Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. First time ever in WrestleMania history the IC titles being defended in a Fatal 4-Way. Very excited for that match. I have my predictions of who I think is gonna win. I have a funny feeling Dominic's gonna win that match.
I would love if Dom won. I want him to have a belt.
Yeah.
He's so annoying that it would be so good.
Yeah.
I want
Finn,
a
toss-up between for me it's a toss-up between Dominic or Penta. But I know Penta's still new. Penta's not gonna get that championship, but I would love to see either Braun Breaker retain or Dominic win. I want to see Dominic win. So that's my prediction. But I'm very much looking forward to that match, and that's on night 1. I'm very much looking forward to that. It's gonna be good.
That's gonna be a good one. And honestly, that's one where I wouldn't be mad if any of them won. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't be mad at all.
Yeah, because there's so many possibilities of what can happen. Oh, what would happen if Dominic wins? What's Finn gonna react to? Oh, what's gonna happen if Finn wins? How's Dominic gonna react to? Like, the Judgment Day is already in like a very weird predicament right now. Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to all play out, and then see what's going to happen the Raw after WrestleMania. So it's going to be interessante, very Megan. We'll see.
Interessante. What other matches are you guys aware of that are happening? Because like I know nothing. I'm just like I'm going to be there for the ride. I'm I don't know what's going on. Like let me just get on here and see. I know some of the matches. Like I knew about Jay's match, Rhea's. Of course, like John Cena's.
John and Cody,
yeah.
Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. That's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, I'm pretty indifferent to that match. It'll be a good match, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get into the story they're telling. So.
Yeah.
Who do you want to win in that one though? Like if you have to pick a winner, you're like, it's gonna be this person.
I think Drew's gonna win.
Get out of my head, Joe. I think Drew is probably gonna win. I think Drew should win. Just, I don't know, because I like Damian too, but
yeah, I do too.
Drew deserves a good run. He's been.
Oh man, that Timu Undertaker insult. Timu Undertaker, and then like his response was chokeslamming him onto the glass car, saying like "Rest in peace, jackass." Oh man, but yeah, they had to throw Damian somewhere because there's really no story for Damian Priest currently right now. So. It's good to see that. It's good to see, something going on with them both. But
yeah, and like the story makes sense. I think
they had a history with WrestleMania 40, so it makes sense. Damian cashed in on Drew to cost him, his World Championship match that only lasted for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a nice build up, but it just felt rushed.
Yeah. Like it was last minute. They're like, oh
Last
yeah,
minute deal.
this kind of makes
but
sense.
we
Let's
need
do
a card
this.
for WrestleMania. We gotta get you guys on there.
Yeah.
I think it's hard when your favorite characters don't have like good stories. I feel like it's very
it sucks.
very hard. They should hire soap opera writers for like
Yeah, kind
for
of
wrestling, to
like
be
how
honest.
kind of like how Chad Gable, who's going to be playing a different character, going up against Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. El Grande Americano is who is Chad Gable, but they're going to put him underneath a mask. Like, come on, really? Give Chad Gable his flowers, man. Don't put him into the mask.
They're probably gonna unmask him though.
Oh,
yeah. Ray will unmask him there.
Yeah, Ray will. Yeah.
So he'll have that, I guess.
yeah. But it's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you guys for being on. Let's ask you a couple more questions, and then we'll let Joe go take a freaking shower. Joe just streamed for 3 hours.
Stinky.
We'll let Jen go see what Khaleesi's up to. I'm like, do you sniff your pit, dude? You just
yeah, I wanted to check.
Is it stinky?
I wanted to make sure. No, I'm good. but definitely the hair needs to get work.
Yeah, I bet William stinks up there.
Yeah, William needs to get that. Yeah, William needs that special conditioner.
Oh my gosh. All right, we'll do ladies first. Jen, if you could see a main event at WrestleMania, this is anybody that you could see, any dead, alive, for a men's match and then also for a women's match, who would you want to see and why?
Well, women's, it would be China and Rhea. That would be good.
Yeah, that's the obvious.
Men's.
Wait, you gotta say why.
Oh, why?
And who do you think would win?
I see that. I don't know. Probably.
Well, let's chat about it. We got a little bit more time.
I want to say Rhea, but probably China. China was just a powerhouse. But I don't know China's wrestling very much. I've seen like old videos of her and clips of her, and I watched her like her special on Peacock, but that'd be a banger match, I think.
Who do you think it would win out of the two, Joseph?
China or Rhea? So just because Rhea has a little bit more of a wrestling experience than China, because China, when she first started, she didn't know nothing about wrestling. She was thrown into it, so she had to learn literally on the fly. And she started as a intergender wrestler. She mostly wrestled against men. So for me, Rhea, because Rhea would have definitely carried her in the ring. So for me, Rhea.
I love China, but I think Rhea would win kind of for the same reasons, Joe.
I love China as well.
Yeah, I think it's just that she does have like more of the
technicality of it.
Yeah, like not so much like they're both very strong, but I mean just the like also like the flexibility.
Yeah.
And she's been doing it for so long that like China's strength would get her very far in the match, but I think ultimately like doing like the random like moves where it would catch her off guard, the flying and all kinds of stuff like that. I think that Rhea would I would love to China
100%.
Yeah, I think Rhea would pull it off. What about men for you, Jen?
That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one.
Wait! I forgot. Who you guys think's gonna win out of Tiffany and freaking Charlotte Flair?
Tiffany.
Same. Okay,
I don't
that's
want
all.
Charlotte to win.
I feel like we don't even discuss it. We just all were on the same. Okay. Go ahead, Jen. Out of men.
I can't think of it.
It could even be just two people that you enjoy like watching now, like you'd like to see go head to head.
I would like to see, it won't make sense now, but I want to see a better match between Jay and Jimmy. When they were...
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That WrestleMania match they had sucked. Oh, yeah, my God. What was that, 39? That was it 40?
Was it last year? I think so. I think it was last year.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
It was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year because Solo was still a part of the Bloodline. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah.
Yep, it could have been so good.
Could have been so much better.
But it just wasn't. So I want like a redo of that, but better.
Yeah, it was definitely the worst match of the entirety of WrestleMania 40.
They kind of made up for it by diving off the ramp. That was a cool moment.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. True.
Joe, what about you? Let's start with you with men who like what no matter here or not here, if it's going on right now, what two men would you love to like watch this go at it?
Oh. Like, does it have to be like a 1v1 type of deal, or can I just?
Okay, nothing crazy, like not Royal Rumble status, but like even if it's
All
like
right.
a 4-way, like even if it's just a 4-way.
Fatal 4-way?
Yeah.
Oh. AJ Styles, Eddie Guerrero. Definitely would love to see those two in the ring together. AJ Styles and Eddie Guerrero, I'd love to see. But then again, they wrestled each other in Ring of Honor. Now, AJ Styles and Eddie Guerrero, I would love to see them in modern day I would love to see them in WWE. It's like wrestle. If Eddie was still around, love to see him against prime AJ Styles, early 2000s. That's a dream match to see that. Man, it's so tough. Sting and Undertaker has been a match that I've been wanting to see for years, but unfortunately, the different companies, they were just not aligned.
Yeah.
But Sting and the Undertaker has been the number one match I wanted to see for years. But yeah, those are like my top two. Chad Gable and fucking Kurt Angle.
Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah.
Chad Gable and Kurt Angle will be, oh man, two All-American wrestlers going at it. That's a big, but yeah, like number one, AJ Styles and Eddie Guerrero. Those are like, that's my number one.
What about women?
Damn. Oh man.
It's hard to think on the spot, isn't it?
That's tough. That's very tough. I would have to bring. Oh man, I would have to say Ashley. Rest in peace.
Who?
Ashley versus So Ashley, she was a part of the Divas. She was a part of like the Divas, the whole Divas. When they were called Divas. I would love to see. Ashley would be a good one to see, but I don't think Ashley really got her flowers. Okay.
I got my woman. I had to think because I was gonna pick Jen's, but now I'm like, okay, no, I got a new one. Go ahead.
Alexa. Okay. Alexa Bliss. I have to add her with if she was still wrestling to this day. I would have to say it'll have to be Alexa Bliss and Mickey. Oh, man. Oh, I forgot who I was gonna say. Who was it? That's okay. AJ Lee and Alexa Bliss. Love to see that match. Gail Kim, I would love to see her go up in prime. Gail Kim, I would love to see her go up against Rhea Ripley. I would love to see that match, Gail Kim versus Rhea, because Gail Kim's known for going after for matches like with Autumn Kong, and a multitude of other matches that could have been good. Yeah, for me, it's definitely up there. It's Alexa Bliss and freaking who would I say?
Is that 25% is wearing you down?
It is. Gail Kim and Rhea Ripley. That's my pick.
Wait, I forgot to ask you guys who do you think would win? Who do you think would win out of your Eddie Guerrero and did you say AJ Styles? Is that what you said?
Oh. I would have to pick Eddie. I would have to go with Eddie.
All right, and what about your women's one? Who do you think would win?
I have to go Gail Kim. I love Gail. Gail Kim's in my top 5 favorite female wrestlers of all time. I have to go Gail Kim. That is. Gail, I remember telling you this before. TNA, Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong. Just Look at that.
Oh, TNA.
Watch.
Okay, that's okay.
Yes. TNA, Gail Kim versus Awesome. That's all you need.
And
Great. The great. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. No, you finish yours because mine's on a different subject. Go ahead.
Okay. Just look up TNA Awesome versus Gail Kim. Just greatest women's matches you'll ever watch.
Also, taking it back to who I wish I could see, dead or alive, I wish I was around during Bray Wyatt's run. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh man, see that makes everything more complicated. Well, I already made my picks.
Jen,
That's right.
I forgot to ask you, who do you
That's
think
right.
would win out of your Jay and Jimmy? Like,
Jay and Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one.
I forgot Jen did not watch any of Bray Wyatt stuff.
Nope.
Oh my god. Oh, you need to watch his stuff.
I've seen some of it, a little bit of it. Oh my gosh, watching him live would have been a journey. Jay or Jimmy? That's tough.
You gotta pick one.
Ugh. I'm
You
gonna
have to
say
pick one.
I'm gonna say Jay.
You,
It would be like a good match though, like neck
Yeah.
and neck the whole way.
And when it comes to growth, Jay, 100%. I have to go with Jay.
I think for my women, I would like to see Rhea Ripley, and I was gonna say China, but I'm gonna pick somebody else. I'd like to see Rhea Ripley against Lita. I don't know if it's ever happened, but I've not ever.
Never happened.
Yeah,
Never happened.
I would love to see that. I became like a Lita hater after the whole Matt Hardy Edge thing. I was like, oh hell no! I was like, what? Against freaking, I loved Edge, so I was like, oh, how could you do this to me, Edge? Like, how could you like hurt my feelings like that? Like, why are you that kind of guy? And I love the Hardy Boys, and so I was like,
they took
Matt,
that shit.
yeah,
they took that shit into a legit storyline too, and honestly, it freaking worked.
I know.
Vince took his opportunity and saw his opportunity, took it.
But that's okay, because you know what? Now Matt Hardy, he has a wife. And I love his wife, and I love their whole like her TikTok. I'd be watching her on stream. She'd be going live sometimes. I'm like, let me go watch her TikTok or her Twitch. One time she was like on TikTok, and I was like, Joe, look, Rebby Hardy's working out on TikTok. I was like, look, she's live.
She's like, you must be sweating right now. You must be sweating right now.
God, but yeah, no, I would love to see like Lita and Rhea Ripley. I think
that's a good one.
I would pick Lita to win. I feel like she would outsmart her. I think her little flying would help her out. I think she'd get her in a position where Rhea's on the ground, where she'd do some crazy flying things, and like that'd be it. She's squirrely. She was a squirrely little thing in her prime. She was like. Like,
I feel like her stamina would outlast Rhea's.
Yeah.
Oh, 100.
Mm-hmm.
She just runs circles around her.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good match, and it would like. But also, if like Rhea won, I wouldn't be mad either.
Right.
Yeah.
God, my men's though, gosh, that's always harder for me. Like, I see like who like some of the people like nowadays. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go poop.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's gotta go. This potty.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about him. Let's talk about him.
I can still hear you.
Oh, okay. Man, if we heard him though, we'd hear.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you my men's, even though Joe isn't here. Oh gosh, let me think. Let me go back in the past. And who we have now. You know what? I would like a tag team against like prime time, like DX. Like Shawn Michaels and Triple H against Jimmy and Jay. I think that would be like so funny to watch. I feel like the storyline, like leading up to it, would be really funny just because of how DX was.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be really funny to watch that. I think that Shawn Michaels and Triple H would win though for sure. They beat
Oh, you
their
think so?
asses. Yes. He signs their checks now. Of course he would. Of course they would win. I'd also like to see them like in a ring like with their dad, with Rikishi. I think that would be funny to watch the boys like go against like their dad.
Yeah.
Also, did you see that no, it wasn't TikTok. It was on Instagram. The Instagram I sent you. That was funny.
Hang on.
I don't know. I'd be sending you
I have
lots of
another
shit.
one from you.
I do. Is it with the boys?
The boy sitting there? I haven't watched that one yet.
Oh, okay. We have to watch it later.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Thank you.
Hope it was good.
Yes.
It was complicated.
Oh gosh.
I'm kidding.
Well, you heard my thing. Right. Prime time. Shawn Michaels and Triple H against Jimmy and Jay. I'd like to see because I feel like the storyline, like the lead up, would be so funny.
DX versus Usos. Yeah. Okay,
it would
I
be
get behind that.
It would be
like
so funny, and I think DX would win for sure.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, they'd get that sweet chin music for sure.
Sweet chin music.
Like a lot of super kicks just going everywhere.
Yeah,
oh,
everywhere.
Man. So many super kicks.
And so many suckets. Oh my gosh. Wait, guys, thanks for being on. It looked exactly like an hour, basically.
This was fun.
I had a good time. I'll see you guys on Monday, too. I'll put your guys' links below, like all the YouTube streamers do. I'll make sure I put your links below. For like the 5 people that might watch this, Joseph, do you want to tell people where they can find you and what you're about?
Yeah. Yes. Well, hello, 5 viewers of time.
Say 4 because one of them's going to be you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, hello, guys. I am your lead vocalist, Rocker Joe. I am a streamer here. Well, no. I am a content creator here on YouTube for 15 years, but I am also a streamer on Twitch for 6 years. I do a lot of Guitar Hero, a lot of wrestling, a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds, and a lot of other different games as well. We're very high energy over in my channel. Very like to have a lot of great times over there with high production stuff, hype, high energy, entertainment, all the good things. I stream Wednesdays through Fridays, and yeah, my time varies because of my job, but mostly you'll see me around like 5 p.m. EST or like 10 p.m. EST on Fridays because I do my custom wrestling shows, MFW. So I do a lot of wrestling. I do a lot of wrestling stuff. So I'm so glad I was able to do this with Jen and Taco. So I cannot wait for Monday to get the results in and talk about the Wrestlemania
I'm
stuff.
gonna watch
and also talk
notes.
about and also talk about the Raw after Mania too, because it's like we're going to like Jen and I are going to be fresh with everything that happens after Raw, and I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Taco. This was great.
Thank you. Jen?
Until part 2.
Till part 2, Jen.
Well, I'm Smidjen, and I stream WWE watch-alongs on Twitch and YouTube. I also do reaction streams on Thursdays when I can, and a little bit of gaming, but I'm pretty much wrestling focused, and that's about it. I'm on TikTok and Instagram too, but
yeah, I'll put your links below down there.
Thanks. Yeah.
I don't have hands, but
thank you.
I got a point like
that's
this.
Okay. Just gotta use just gotta use like one of those like AI generated. You gotta like use your eye tracker.
Oh my gosh, my eye tracker! I need to bring it back.
Yeah, you do. Gosh. Where's it been?
It's sitting right here in front of me. I just don't have it hooked up. Like I tried to hook it up and it wasn't hooking up, and I was like, fuck it. And I never tried again. I should fix it. I love the eye tracker.
It's like, oh, I'm bored.
Yeah, when I play DBD, you can tell where I'm looking. Usually somebody's butt or boobs.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, we know exactly now what Taco really does on DBD.
Boobs and butts.
Boobs and butts, which is why basement butt shakes is a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, guys, thanks for being on. I really appreciate it, and I will see you
You're
guys.
welcome.
See you guys for the next video.
Yeah.
I don't have a cool sign off yet. Actually, I got a joke. I got a joke for you, Joseph. Actually, no, I got a joke for you, Jen. Jen,
Okay.
knock knock.
Who's there?
Not us.